that your tolerance will be tested. It just will. There's no avoiding that. And you have to consider what it will be that's going to test your tolerance. What's it going to be? What's going to happen that'll test the level of your tolerance? And what'll happen if you can't get to that place where you can't tolerate things anymore and you love the person, but you've come to that place where you can't tolerate what's going on because things have changed since you first met. Yet tomorrow things could be alright. How do you get through those moments where tolerance is challenged, and more often than not beaten? You get beaten by things that test your tolerance. You know, some people are very strange. I think tolerance is a thing that once it's gone, there's an aggravation that sets in, and aggravation can win over tolerance. That's the long and short of it, isn't it? Aggravation can win over tolerance. And if you get a history with someone, or you're in love with someone that goes bad, the thing that could go bad might not even be between you and that person. So I guess before you go into a relationship, you've got to weigh up what capabilities does your conscience have? How far can your tolerance go? How far before you're aggravated to the point where you break? Nobody wants to lose in love. Nobody wants to fail. We all want to stay close. But outside interferences, inside interferences, resentments, bitternesses, and the way in which our soul changes are all things that can affect where we're going with love. Let's just be honest, it's not like the old days where people committed and they knew how to navigate things, knew how to navigate life. It was much easier, but there's so many options today. There's just so many options, so many choices. If I could do it all again, what would I do different? I just don't know. I just don't know. All I know is that every relationship starts with the sand at the top of the hourglass running towards the bottom of it, and you can promise one person one thing and another person the other thing, and you still end up, somehow or other, you still end up on your own. And that's the hard part, because nobody wants to end up on their own. Nobody. But I'm at the point now where choosing to be on my own is more favourable than putting up with trying to tolerate some of the stuff and the way in which people live. covert emotional incest being the big one that I've run into the last couple of times. Children enmeshed with their parents and parents enmeshed with their children beyond maternal love into this surrogate partner lust thing. It's horrible. It's horrible. But you don't give in, you keep going. I don't think there's any way you can find whatever it is that you're looking for. I think I've got to get to the stage where there's some kind of abandonment. The last relationship I was in, we were trying to work out how we could stay apart. I thought, I'm not training to work out how I can stay apart when I'm in a relationship to try and stay together. I mean, it got really bizarre. How are you supposed to tolerate that? You can't. It's too hard. You're there for the company. If you're begging for somebody's company and they're supposed to be your partner, just leave. Just sit on your own somewhere like I am. Come back to yourself and learn what it's like to appreciate your own company, I suppose. I think this is all consequence of how culture and values and new, corrupt value systems are making it work. It can be so tiring and so harming. And it's going to test your tolerance. How do you build tolerance? I don't even know how you build tolerance. I don't even know how you build it. All I know is you try and put up with things and they're not just all going to go and be the way that you want. And it's going to come down to your tolerance.